What is up, guys? It is ChubyMuffin, or Jeremy, as they like to call me, but you can call me Jeremy, cause we're friends. And today, I'm in kind of a weird kind of location right now. I'm actually doing a review in my park, because everybody's being loud in my house and has got the TV on and won't stop talking, and I can't do it. So I gotta come in my quiet little garage on the park, and yeah, so we're gonna be doing this review over the dynamic fingerboard trucks today. Comprehensive, in-depth review over the trucks. I hope you guys like this setting and this lighting. I don't know if you like it and you want more reviews and unboxings and sessions in here, then go ahead and make sure to leave it a like and tell me down in the comments below. I love y'all's feedback. Helps me improve my videos and makes it just better in general. So thank you guys for all of that. So the first thing I want to get into when talking about the dynamic fingerboard trucks is the look. Not only do people use certain fingerboard trucks for performance, but they use them for the looks. And this truck looks very, very nice. Now, the shape isn't as sexy as the Black River trucks. The Black River trucks are more clean and defined, and I really like how their axle looks. I really like this like kind of isolated looking axle, while this one you can still see it connecting to the kingpin, so it looks more of a, you know, rounded off edge, like a tech board long. Like a tech deck longboard truck. Point goes to the Black River trucks in the style looking of it. So the other thing I wanted to talk about with these is that they don't come in colors yet. Now, he says they're going to introduce colors, but right now they're only in this kind of matte silver color, brushed aluminum, I would probably call it. But they don't come in chrome. They're not very shiny. They're just gray. But they don't look too bad. I like the way they look. The big thing in getting these trucks is 32mm, of course, kind of lock nut system, because I feel like that's really important, and just a solid build quality. And these check off on all of those, especially the lock nut. So I really like being able to have a deck. This was my main issue with all fingerboard trucks in the past, was that they would come loose and my nut would fall off, and I'd lose bushings, I'd lose hangers, I'd lose every part of my truck just because this thing wouldn't stay tight. But with this, it's pretty awesome because it's unorthodox. It's not like the normal lock nut that you have on a Black River truck, right? Which is just a normal lock nut that looks like this. It's actually a screw-in kingpin that does a pretty good job of staying tight as you want it to in the base plate. So what I mean by keeps it tight is you can ride loose and yet it won't, you know, come undone and fall out of the base plate, and, you know, your truck pieces will go everywhere. It does a good job of staying consistent and staying straight, which is really nice. So there's a big thumbs up for making it so that the trucks stay the looseness that you want them to. There's also a big thumbs up for making them 32mm. Now they can actually look proportional to my board, even though this is like a 34mm, and they still don't look that proportional. So yeah, 32mm, awesome. In comparison to the Black River trucks, when talking about the looseness of them, I heard from a couple people on Instagram that theirs are still coming loose somehow, that their dynamics are still coming loose. I haven't had that issue yet, and I really like the dynamics, and they don't come loose at all. Like the Black Rivers, they don't come loose at all, which is awesome. You can just keep them at the looseness that you want, and they won't fall off, which is awesome. So, another thing to talk about is the bushing system within these trucks. The bushing system is not the best. It's not as good as a Black River. It's okay. It's not as good as a dump truck with good tuning. It's okay. The issue that I see with this truck that I think you can fine-tune just a little bit, unless you already have like a mold to produce these and it's too late, but the thing that goes around the kingpin, okay, on the axle, the kingpin holder on the axle is this metal part right here, okay, is just a little bit too large, so that when you pivot, it feels a little clunky, just a little clunky. But when you have it over here, because this axle is so isolated on the Black River truck, it's very, very smooth and very nice. Now, these bushings are a lot better than Black River stock bushings. I'll tell you what. Black River stock bushings are like not at all good in my opinion. These are actually really nice. They feel like flat face team bushings, which is what I have in these, and they're really nice. So my rating of bushings for my Tried goes, you know, number 1 being teak tuning. I really like teak tuning. Super responsive. You can ride it loose. It's awesome. Love teak tuning. Go buy a set. The flat face team and Teflon bushings, those are super responsive too. Who is that? God, you scared me. Jeez. Oh, God, guys. That was terrifying. Okay, the second on my list is the flat face bushings, which I feel like are really nice too. And then I like the broken knuckle bushings. Those are really nice as well. They're pretty responsive. And then you got the Black River bushings that come stock. They're not easy to ride loose. They're very clunky, and they're just not good. But these are actually really good, and they pivot really nicely. It's just if this little metal piece on the axle was a little bit smaller, it would just be a lot more nice of a pivot. I don't know. It just feels a little clunky. It feels just a little clunky. I think it might have to do with the pivot cups as well. But the pivot cups are nice on this thing. I do like the pivot cups. So if you're not doing extreme, like, you know, twisting all about and whatnot, you're going to be fine. But if you're one of those people that really cares about style, then you're doing all of these, then it might not be the 100% best truck for you. But then again, styles are really about what's popular right now. So, you know, this might float your boat as well. So, in comparison to the Black River trucks, I give the Black River truck the win when it comes to smoothness of the pivot, but I give the Dynamic trucks the win when it comes to the bushing system that's within it. And I also give Dynamic trucks the win when it comes to the lock nut system, because with this you have to have these lock nuts, and if you lose them, you're screwed. Like, you don't want to lose these lock nuts. It's very difficult to lose this huge kingpin, which is involved in the entire thing. And it's easy to just, you know, tighten it with a screw instead of having to get your whole nut on there and figure everything out. This was very easy, very simple, very hard to lose, which I like a lot about these. There's a very less likely chance that these are going to fall apart because it's whole one big thing instead of, you know, a nut holding everything together. This has the whole thing incorporated. This has, you know, one piece that can fall off and then everything's gone, you know. The looks, of course, I gave the win to the Black River trucks. Now, the Dynamic trucks as well are compatible with the flat face, Winkler wheels, you know, all the wheels that are capable of already fitting the Black River trucks. So all those Black River Edition wheels that you have are already going to fit these Dynamic trucks. I also know that they have a fixed axle inside, which is awesome, so your wheels roll a lot smoother, and they do sit very nicely on the board. Putting these trucks in my board was actually very easy. And they also come with the lock nuts for your wheels, which is always cool. I've never really had an issue with my nuts becoming loose on my wheels, but, you know, now I know that they never will. And let's get to the main thing, the biggest thing that I think will decide whether or not you're purchasing one of these today, either the Black River or the Dynamic, is pricing. These come in at a solid $39 plus like $2.50 shipping. Okay, we're talking at like what, $42.50 to buy a nice solid pair of 32mm trucks that look really good and perform even better. Let's bring over the Black River trucks. These, in my opinion, I love to death. These are my favorite trucks ever. They look good, they perform good, they're good, they're great. I love them. The only issue is they're $65 flipping dollars. You know what $65 can buy you guys? You could feed an African family for like a year with $65. I'm just kidding. You can't feed an African family. Yeah, that was race. I'm sorry. You can do a lot of money. You can do a lot with $65. Hell, you could buy like 3 different ramps for $65. Are they worth it? Yes, in some cases. If this is what you prefer, you've ridden this, you've tried it on somebody else's deck, or you just want to try it, I always suggest that you should with the Black River trucks. You should always try Black River trucks. Spend it once, sure, but unless you really love it, don't buy multiple sets because it's gonna bust your bank wide open. These things are very close in quality to the Black River trucks. They're not better, they're very close. And for how much of a price difference is that? Like $16? Because these run $65 plus like I don't know how much shipping, like probably $3 or $2.50 the same. These are literally $16 cheaper. Okay, guys, you can do so much with $16, okay? And I think that's something that we shouldn't take for granted when it comes to looking at these trucks. Because when you're going to set up a new board and you're looking at something that's not going to break the bank and you have a certain budget for your next setup, these are something that is going to be very good quality for very cheap. And these are literally, in my opinion, the best bang for your buck 32mm trucks that you can buy. The best bang for your buck. And I definitely suggest you guys going picking up a pair. So let's do a little overview real quick. This looks pretty decent. Look pretty nice, not as good as the Black River. The bushing system, really nice. The axles on top and the smoothness of the pivots, it's okay. I could use a little work. The mounting systems and all that junk look really good. By the way, the mounting on top is silver hardware, so it is a little nice. It isn't like the gold on the Black River, but it is still pretty nice. It has the lock nuts on the wheels and a very, very nice locking system for the actual trucks. And I definitely suggest these to any fingerboarder who's looking to get into any professional fingerboard parts. And yeah, this is a great step into working your way up to getting a dream setup kind of feel. So yeah, I definitely suggest picking some of these up, guys. Thank you really to Dynamic for creating an affordable 32mm truck that's very, very good quality. Like, I'm gonna be running these on most of my new setups because they're just so affordable and so nice. And when this guy comes out with colored base plates, it's gonna be even more crazy. So yeah, guys, that's all I can really say about these. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this review. Thank you so much for all those questions in the Q&A. They really, really made my day that people just want to ask me stuff, and it's awesome. It's awesome. We're already at, literally, I think we're almost at 1.5K subscribers, which is halfway to 2,000. Like, what? So, thank you guys so much. There's going to be a lot more footage coming very soon, a lot more videos pumping out. I've been working a lot, but I've also been working a lot on the YouTube channel, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the videos this week. They're going to be awesome. Thank you guys for watching.